Hello allies, it's Mel. I wanted to record a video about using econ talent sets and the talents. And so I'm going into my profile and then into the talents. In the talent memory, I can choose to apply my econ talent set. I can also go through the book, and they have this shield here next to the use button, and then it take me into the talent memory section to be able to pull up the talents very quickly. And so as I look at my economy set, I was looking at something earlier, so it's not at the top, but then I have allocated points, and based on the number of points that I have, I've actually filled out some of my additional branches. But again, just as I mentioned during the talent set video, you do not have to fill all the branches in order to proceed. And when you have less points, it's more important to be able to get down to these talents to activate them: fast producer, fast build, and swift gatherer. And swift gatherer in particular is extremely useful. And then you can see that in like other areas, I have not completed the branching. And as I mentioned also in the talent set description, for each of these types of talents, there are some things to help decide how you're going to choose to proceed. And so like, if you're going to fill only one of the branches. When I filled this out originally, I was perpetually short on lumber, and so I biased for wood production and wood gathering as opposed to food production and food gathering. And then in the case where there's choices associated between food gathering or food production, or lumber gathering or production, I always biased for gathering over production. All right. And then so I'm going to go back to the page. And so I have 4 level 7 tiles that I've managed to go to. And so this is an excellent opportunity to be able to show the Swift Gatherer talent set, which is also extremely useful during Valiant Conquest when you're trying to steal other states' resources. And so an important thing to note for using Swift Gatherer, you want to be able to send full marches to the tiles to be able to gather the full amount. And the marches have to have landed on the tiles before the gathering. And then so all of my level 7s have my icon, which are present on there. And I have my econ talent set. I also have fast producer, which is available. And so this talent is, you can always read the description. And so this instantaneously gathers resources that are produced by your resource buildings in your HQ. And so this talent should definitely be used whenever it's available to be able to collect those resources. And then fast build is good when you're trying to build large builds. It only increases the build and research time for 5 minutes, and the increases for 20%. And so that can help to reduce really large build times. And then Swift Gatherer is what I'm going to use now. So this is an instantaneous gathering. And so this is separate from recall, but like what it does is it actually gathers the entire tile. So you want to be sure to have high level tiles that you are located on, that they are as full as possible, and that you do not have a march on diamonds or in the mill, because Swift Gatherer does not work on diamonds in Nuka Land, in the pit, or in the Alliance Mill. And so I'm going to use this. Confirm. And then you can see that my marches have started to return. That should be an empty spot where they were located, because I have allocated enough units to be able to do a full gather. And so another thing about the econ talent, and I'm going to go back to my HQ, is that, and this is something that you can also, test for yourself so that you can see it. But for the econ talent is one of the talents that the talent is active when you start the march. It's important for gathering. So depending on the situation, like especially for Valiant Conquest, I make sure that I'm primarily on econ when I'm doing gathering. And then I also get the 50% gathering boost active. And so that is active when I start my march. And so if I search for, hopefully there's a level 6, I can start the gather here. And then I will actually, no, it'll take too long for me to wait for another march to show. So I can do a comparison where I could switch to a different talent set and do another level 6 gathering. You can see that the rate changes. The gathering rate will not change if I have sent out the march with the econ talent set. When it lands, it will have retained that memory of the gathering talent set. This is different for the military and for the balanced talent sets. Unfortunately, those aspects actually have to be active when the march hits either the zombie, the destroyer, a lair, etc. The only thing that will hold from a military talent set is going to be the troop march. But if you switch to an econ talent set or stamina building balanced talent set after you have sent troops to join a lair, when the lair hits, it will have the stats of whatever talent set was active when it actually hits. And that can result in a dramatic decrease of military power. So be careful about that, because when you're waiting for your lair to hit, it's very tempting to start your gathers and those other aspects. So just remember to return to a military talent set if you are using it. All right, so that's a little bit on using econ talent sets mixed in with a little bit of discussion about starting your marches and what is active during those marches. So like here you can see that there's a bonus associated with the gathering rate. All right, thank you very much.